Hello, this is Dalen75 Games. Welcome back to another Let's Roleplay Dragon Age Origins. I am in the middle. I'm Aiden Kuzlin, a human noble warrior. And Zebron had just joined the group. I don't know if I can really trust him. I'm going to have to watch out for him. He had an interesting tale. Maybe that's one of the better parts of him, that he can so easily spew nonsense. Yes, I know, Liliana. I kind of don't want to take you out of the group. We're gonna put Zevran in the group now. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going forward. We probably should make camp first, but because we haven't slept in a while. And I have to give away a lot of these gifts. So Alistair wasn't exactly happy. Do I have anything that I could give Zevran? If he's an assassin, we have that blade I was going to give to Liliana, but where is it? The Beastman's Dagger. It's good for backstabbing. So he's got a longsword. And oh, he's got even better one. Plus 15 critical backstab damage. This one is plus 10. But on the other hand, 5.6. Yeah, this one is better because I can augment it with... It's better than the Crow's Dagger. So we're going to have to give that one away there, bud. Oh wow, he can use the edge already. I wonder, do I have the dexterity to use the edge? And if I can, yes I can. I've been wasting time using this crappy enchanted dagger. The edge, so I can augment it with, there's 2 slots. It's a really good sword. It actually is quite a bit better than the Oathkeeper that I have. Holy, 11 damage, plus 2 slots. The other sword I have is just 8.4 damage, and it's got 1 slot. Okay, so we're going to have to go and definitely camp. Oh, let's see, I don't know any of it. What does he look like? Well, he's okay at cunning. It could be improved. But what are his skills? He said he's skilled. He doesn't seem to be skilled in unlocking, picking locks, which he claimed to have been. So is that for traps? Spotting traps. No. It's not for traps. Or, yes, it is for traps, sorry. New Codex, Friends of Red Jenny. What's that about? The task was never promised to be easy. You said you could enter the Circle Tower and you were believed. Find the small painted box in the first Enchanter Irving's office and deliver it to the door marked in denim as agreed, or be prepared to find yourself hunted across Ferelden. Friends of Red Jenny, I don't know who that is. There's a sketch mapped of several doors. It requires the box to be placed on it to block out false leads. Interesting. Well, that's in Denerim as well. Maybe Zevran didn't know about it. There's traps right here. For some reason we cannot see them. Maybe they're hidden. Liliana was the one who spotted them. But there's some bodies to loot. And Zevran is going to have to be trained in picking locks, because he's absolutely no good at it right now. But he seems to be good at backstabbing. There's 2 crates down here. And we can definitely use the coin.
This won't take long.
When it comes to adventuring, we're practically paupers.
On it.
Just herbs, death roots, and some elf roots. Okay, so can we go down this way? No, we cannot. Okay, so we'll have to run back. Ah, his little dagger that I gave him, it's got an interesting look. I don't know how good of a dagger that would be. Honestly, I suppose if it's enchanted magically, it could be good. How the heck do you get out of here? This is all cut off. Okay. Show me the map. Is there a map? World map. And that's that way. Okay, so if we can, we'll make camp right away. But, well, it looks like we're going to be heading right to find out where that king guy, the King's Guard, is it? Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Caelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. I remember seeing him there then. Take a closer look at the guards. The guards wear the uniform of Ban Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Ah, not very good. So it looks like they're pushing the honor guard around. Gonna join the fray. The guards wear the uniform... Oh, okay. I already read that part, but anyways. Bastards. They're coming up this way. Oh, I'm still using Zevron for crying out loud.
Send me. I shall do. It's begun.
Oh, this guy has a huge hammer. Huge warhammer.
Shall we go?
Just these archers left now.
Battle it is. Another point.
Where's that that guy? He's right here. He was probably dying. Stabbed. Oh, I think he's dead. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Eric Moraine, a member of Caelin's honor guard at Ostagar and a close confidant of the king. There's another loss, then. Oh no, he's still alive.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
What do you mean there wasn't time?
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Ostagar was about 10 days ago. Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
Oh, he was put in prison. It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Caelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Why didn't he just give the key to Duncan?
He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Logain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Caelin entrusted it to.
Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Caelin entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
You don't think the Darkspawn found it?
I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did?
The Darkspawn are more cunning than we give them credit for. But the king trusted that lock with his secrets. I'd guess that the contents of that chest are still intact.
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Caelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Well, he did die. At least he told me everything. Are we really going back to Ostagar? Not that I'm afraid, I just kind of want to put that out of my mind. Some death root to pick up. So he didn't have anything on him. So he was imprisoned by the ban. Ban is kind of like a baron title. Heavy chainmail boots. Are these better than what I have? Yeah, it's like a baron title. And then you have
Very well.
oh, what's up? Oh yeah, the Arl is the next one, and that's more like a yeah, baron title for a ban. It's like a count or a baron, and then the Arl is like a duke, equivalent of a duke or a jarl. Arl, jarl. And then what's the last one? It's turn. Now, turn. What was a turn like? A turn is between a king and an Arl. So they basically, there's only two turns in all of Ferelden, and one. Well, if my brother's alive, it would be him. If he's not, then it would be me. And then there's Loghain. He's a turn. So we need to camp. Definitely need to camp. I have some enchantment to do. Robes don't help as much as you think against swords and axes. Keep your mages at a safe distance.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Arl's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Arl that much.
If we can stop the blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
I seem to have inspired Alistair. Codex updated. So, you know, one good thing about Blight is how it brings people together. Alistair was a novice Templar with Duncan rescued. Okay, we know all this. His mother was a serving girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Garin, Arl of Redcliffe, for a time. Isolde's suspicions were unfounded, however. Alistair was not Eamon's son, but King Merrick's. Eamon sheltered the boy to hide his existence from Queen Rowan, Eamon's sister. Alistair is fascinated by magic, and even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations, he has a fondness for strange runestones and figural studies of arcane creatures. You know what? We have a few of those. We have a few of those, and definitely time to save. We have a few of those gifts. Are they at the bottom? The steel bracers have exquisite carvings of warhounds on them. I think that he may like that.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
We seem to have liked it. We have a stone dragon statuette, a small stone carving of a dragon.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
He's all wowing. Silver Sword of Mercy. Not sure if that's something he would like. Small carved statuette. A small carving of a robed woman. Yeah, I mean, we have to pass these out. Taking up space. I think he may like this. He likes carvings.
Is that for me?
Yes, he likes it a lot.
Really? Wow. Wow. You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Was it Goldana from your dreams? So who is she to you, really?
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she will do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Alistair's family. Okay, well, when we go to Denerim, we can try looking her up. And alienage is where the elves are kept within the city. They have their own quarter.
Something on your mind?
I have a few questions.
Of course.
Why did you keep your birthright a secret?
You never asked?
That's a cheap answer.
All right. If you want the full explanation, I'll give it to you. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
Well, I guess I can understand that.
I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me liked you not knowing.
Why? What happens when people find out?
They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Don't want to be king? Why not?
Hello? Have you met me? I'm no leader of men. I don't want to be the person sitting on the throne and making decisions that affect the lives of others. It just isn't me. I guess I should be thankful that Arl Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright. Oh, I hope he's alright. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do.
Apology accepted.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
So this is a role-playing Let's Play, so I do have to speak to my companions and get to know them. There's a lot of things for me to do in this camp, and I'm sure it's going to go on for another video. I've got enchantment to do. I've got 2 new companions that weren't here last time we were in camp. And first off, I'm going to see Chester, my dog. My hound.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
He wags his tail.
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
You'd think she'd be more nice to animals. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Takes one to know one, I guess. That is pretty funny. Okay, Zevron. More stories to tell me, I guess.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well, now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
But what would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
Great life. And that system works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
You've already mentioned women or men. Makes me think you're bisexual. So what is it you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful, and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
Definitely bisexual. No, but you needn't bother.
Ah, that's too bad. I do so enjoy it when I get to be flirty. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
You think that will change?
Everything changes, my friend. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
A little disappointed, maybe because I shot him down.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
You did quite well, no doubt.
Within the crows, I did. But it has been something the crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Well, seem to like that conversation. Okay. Oh, we have somebody over there. Looks like a mage. More and more people joining our camp. We're going to have a big camp at the rate it's going. Liliana?
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Such a pretty voice. Oh, man. I'm going to end the video here, though, guys, before I continue on, because it's gone on long enough. Thanks for watching, and more to come.